a lot of people don't understand is the weapons that were sold to Azerbaijan came from Israel.
100%.
There was an individual, and I'm not going to mention her name. She was watching our show, and she's been commenting in our comments saying, why are you Armenians so obsessed over this genocide? It's like, dude.
Because we are the product of a genocide. You know, it's so crazy because I didn't understand just how deeply my Armenian heritage ran in my blood until I saw the churches in Artsakh get bombed. And I'm not even deeply religious, right? So when I see those ancient Armenian churches get bombed by Azerbaijan, I'm not going to lie. I remember it was an early morning. I'm producing the show. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to cover that day. And I just started sobbing. And I don't know if it's something in our blood. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just this overwhelming, like something came over me.
Are you religious at all?
I grew up Christian. I moved away from religion, identified as atheist. I had something happen. I don't know. I don't talk about it too much because I think people are going to think I'm crazy, but I had a supernatural experience. I don't like to open up about it too much, but I don't know. I think there's something bigger than us, and I don't know how to explain it. It's that simple.
That's a start.
Maybe the guy upstairs, he's bigger than us, maybe?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, ask my husband, he's here. But basically one morning, I'll open up about it. Please don't judge me as crazy because it's real. It happened. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't like on drugs. It was early in the morning when I was on a run. Okay. I was exercising. Totally normal morning routine, get my run done, go back home, produce the show. And in the middle of this run, all of a sudden, I became overwhelmed with every single human emotion at the same time, simultaneously. Everything around me became very vivid, very bright, and I felt this like deep connection to all living things around me. And I just started sobbing. And I wasn't sad. It's hard to explain what I was feeling. It was like a really beautiful experience. And by the time I got home, I was still like sobbing. And my husband's like sitting on the couch. He's like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? And I was like, I don't know how to explain it. And I explained it to him. And ever since then, I've been a different person. There's like a level of empathy I have for all living things, all humans that I didn't have before. And part of it I saw as like a bad thing because there's like a fighter spirit that I feel like I lost. But ever since this genocide in Gaza began, I realized, no, I didn't lose that fighter spirit. I'm just a lot more selective and a lot more careful in when that part of me comes out, when that fight is actually righteous, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
So ever since then, I've been questioning. I think organized religion has a lot of downsides to it, which is why I'm like hesitant to say I believe in any specific religious doctrine. But what I experienced was real. No one has to believe me. All that matters is that I experienced it and I know it's real. And ever since then, I've been trying to understand it, make sense of it, and figure out where I land on, the question of religion.
I think you may be taking the New Testament, dissecting it for yourself, and kind of understanding what Jesus Christ was actually preaching will let you understand why you felt the way you felt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about, and as you said, organized religion. Never follow the organized religion. You see all those evangelical kind of Christian organizations where they're sitting in this giant freaking stadium and they're like smacking each other's heads and one guy's fainting. No, don't fall for that stuff. That has nothing to do with what real Christianity is. And I'm probably going to get shit for this, but hey, it is what it is. Follow the New Testament, understand what he died for,
mm-hmm.
and you'll understand why you felt the way you felt.
Like I grew up going to Armenian church literally every Sunday. I went to Sunday school every Sunday from, I don't even know how young I was. I was a baby till about 20, 21 years old. And Armenian church is like, I don't know what these priests are saying. Like, dervormia. Like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't know what that means. I know how to do the Armenian prayer and all of that stuff. But like, in terms of meaning something to me, like understanding it, I never really understood what any of that meant. So maybe you're right. I don't know.
There's a time period in everybody's life where they'll take it in and they'll understand what it is that they're actually reading and being able to comprehend it at a certain age. That's when you'll be like, all right, you know what? This verse means something. This verse means that. That verse means this. And everybody looks at it differently. But it's.
But the issue is that it's difficult for most people to read and even understand what it's saying, to be able to interpret what it means. You almost need to go to, whether it's Bible study or Sunday church, so it's interpreted to you, explain to you what it means, so you could apply it to your day-to-day life. Because otherwise, it's challenging to just read it. Okay, what does it mean?
Look, there's so many podcasts and audiobooks now that
there's apps and everything
that'll break it
down
for you. It'll break it down for you beautifully.
So I opened up about religion to Cenk like very, very briefly recently, where he's a hardcore atheist. So he like shut it down. Like he didn't shoot it down completely, right? But he just basically said, no, I don't agree. I'm an atheist. There's so much evil in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sense of it. And part of me also thinks there's so much injustice, like evil people get away with it. I don't know if Netanyahu and all the people orchestrating this genocide right now are ever going to see a day of justice in their lives. They're very likely in this world going to get away with it. And for me, I hope people understand what I'm saying here. I don't want to be overwhelmed with hatred. So I need to believe that there will be justice at some point. And so if I'm under this impression that there's never going to be justice, like in the afterlife, then I feel like that's when hatred starts to fester. If that makes any sense. Do you guys know what I mean? Yeah.
If you enjoyed this short clip, go ahead and click here to watch the full episode. And make sure to click here to subscribe to our channel to watch all other episodes of the WiseNuts podcast.